How are we, folks? It's Paul Harrison here. I hope you are exceedingly well. Folks, something I wanted to share with you today, really something that comes up a huge amount of the time in communications, in leadership, in selling, is how do we become more aligned with our communication? And when we're talking about alignment, really is, are we authentic? Are we aligned in what we're saying? And I think this is often something that people will subconsciously interpret from each other. So if somebody sees you presenting or speaking, they will on some level get an idea as to whether you're aligned or not. And that will play a big part into whether you're able to persuade or influence or get your point across. And an interesting study that was done back in the 70s broke down interpersonal communication. Let's leave telephone and virtual to the side for the time being. But the study showed that there were effectively three elements that would play together to make up 100% of interpersonal communication. So interpersonal, you and I having a conversation. And those three things were body language, tonality, and the words we use. So body language, tonality, and the words we used made up 100% of our interpersonal communication. Now, whenever I identify this with the audience, I'll say to my audience, okay, so those three things make up 100%. What percentage is responsible for each one of those? So body language, tonality, and the words we use. There's often some discussion and we break out into that and have that conversation. But here are the numbers, folks. That 100% is defined into 55% for body language, 38% for tonality, and 7%, just 7% for the words we use. Now, this is interesting because very often people think, well, if I just learn these clever techniques, these clever words, these clever sayings, that they will always get me the results I'm after. And if it was that easy, well, it's not that easy, okay. But effectively, when we're talking about alignment, what we're ultimately looking to do is we're looking to create alignment between your body language, tonality, and the words we use. Very, very often, you could have the most empowered words in the world, but if you don't believe what you're saying, then people are going to pick up on it as well, okay, because your body language might not support it, your tonality might not support it as well. So creating as much as you can with regards to a sense of certainty around what you're doing, really building that confidence. And again, this is something we spend a lot of time on working in the trainings, building confidence for people, a term I use, professional self-esteem, seeing the value that you bring, and that will then create a higher degree of alignment. But here's the thing, folks. If your body language is not supporting your tonality, is not supporting the words you use, then very often people are going to feel that you're not aligned. If you do, however, have your body language supporting your tonality and the words we use, great things happen. Why? Because when you're fully aligned, you carry a different sense of certainty about you, and that will be interpreted by your target audience, and good things come from there. So folks, there we go. Hope that was helpful. Remember, it's not just about the words, but how you feel about it, your tonality. The three of those things will come together to make 100% of your interpersonal communication. Cheers.